Hello people, have it ever crossed your mind that concept of idealization may have caused you tendency to inferiority complex? Allow me to justify it for you. Allow me to explain that transparency to you, okay? So basically, when you put somebody else on pedestal, first you have a tendency to compare your life to them. Second, when you make decision, you tend to put their idea of way of being first before yourself. Do you get it? So that's what happened exactly when you put somebody else's on pedestal but yourself. Because I have been there too. Hello. I've listened to K-pop too before, but this is not just about K-pop, okay? I've admired people before, yes. But then I am also now in better place where I actually put myself first. I put myself on pedestal instead of I put other people on pedestal. And I'm gonna show you the comparison, how it is, how it be. I came up with this topic because yesterday I posted something on my Instagram story on my R account. This is a public account. People have access to my life, okay? And every time I post Instagram story, which I don't do it often, but every time I post Instagram story and I saw my viewers, I'm like, I always shook it and I get more shook it. Because the longer I live, I've been to places, I meet few people, I meet strangers along the way. They're there in my Instagram story. They watch me, they tune into me. They taught me that I have star quality because if I'm able to catch your attention, I have the star quality. It's surprising me because I'm like, oh, all this while, my only interaction on this account is between me myself. I post content every day on that account, but at the same time, once in a while I get another fellow artist like my post, having some interactions, but then not with these people from my past though. I'm the kind of person who I don't keep up with people from my past. Whenever I move out from some place, I literally move on with life because I just couldn't care less about them. But for somebody to actually care about you, you must have been something. Me, I must have been something. I must have had something. And yet, when I look at it deeper, because to be honest, I don't understand, how I perceive them is literally they choose to live life like a pest. They're like a fly on my wall because they're there, but they don't contribute any way or form in my life, but they're there to watch me, monitor my way of being. But they never contribute in any way or form. They never they're just there. Like, why the fuck somebody choose to live life like that though? Like, someone don't care about you, but if you care about them, you should contribute in any way or form. Because if you don't want to contribute, then don't be there. You're just a crowd. You're making crowd for no good. Imagine in a physical place, okay? A building. You open a shop and then people come at your shop, but they don't buy anything, but they taking up space there. This is not physical space, of course. I'm talking about my Instagram page again. But it's giving that. It's like, why do you have to be there? So you know what? I am coming out with some idea. I'm like, I don't want to give them any access to anything that I couldn't monetize. So after this, whatever I do, I'm gonna make sure I can monetize off them contributing subliminally like that. Because they just want to pry, they just want to be fly. I'm gonna find a way how to monetize off fly. I'm gonna find a way how to make money off them in any way or form because they want to be there. Also at the same time, I just want to tell you why just because social media support this way of being monitoring spirit, doesn't mean you have to go with it. Like, you just let the system deter how your way of being. The system just want you to waste your time, waste your attention to something else rather than you put it back on yourself, because they just don't want to see you grow. Okay, the system don't want to see you grow. Now it sounds like I'm it's a conspiracy theory, but this is truth about life. Okay, the system just want to distract you from diverting your attention to yourself. but you're just complying to the game, and you you don't care about questioning shit. You just follow the system. The system make social media where you can stalk people's life like it's nobody business, and you comply to it, and you play along with it. If I say that it's weird, who cares if I say it's weird? Many people are doing it. I have witnessed somebody, she came across a peer of mine. She's beautiful. So this girl who came across that beautiful girl, she was like, oh my god, she's beautiful, I want to follow her Instagram. And then, and to now, which is, I think it's been like since school, I've been to 2 colleges, maybe 10 years later, she's still following that girl, and she keep up with that girl's life. From that girl is single until she married, she has 2 child now, and she even travel all around the world. You see, she has the star quality that people wants to see, right? Because not many people can do that. But the thing is, that's why I said, concept of idolizing somebody else, putting someone else on pedestal, makes your inferiority complex worse. Because when your life is shit, you have a tendency to live under their shadow. You have a tendency to just rely your happiness onto them. You're not going anywhere. So these people not going anywhere, they just sit in the same place, stuck at the same place. But then it kind of relief to them to be able to see somebody else living the life that they are not able to do. So they just enjoy it like that. They just enjoy the dopamine from watching other people thriving, instead of they themselves putting in some works to thrive that on their own. You see, it's possible for everybody to experience the same thing. Now, this is where it leads to know the difference between inspiration and idolizing somebody. When you're inspired by someone, you keep up with their sharing, and then you instill the same value that you learn from whatever you're consuming. You apply it into yourself and you do it yourself. Yes. You make choices. This is the same concept where people tell you you have to go travel. But now I'm talking about travel by your consumption. The more perspective you consume, be it you're watching somebody else's life, or you read books, or you following so many different perspectives, it exposes you to abundance of choices. You can make better discernment after you widen your options. See, you can pick and choose which one you like, which one suits better than you, which one cater your condition more, and then you can go with it. You can apply it in your way of being. You can make your life better that way. That's inspiration. But when it comes to idolization, it's different. Idolization is more to like you divert your attention only towards the shiny things that you put on your pedestal instead of yourself. First and foremost, when I say you put something else on the pedestal, when you put something else on pedestal, you have the tendency to create hierarchy. They are better than you. So when someone is better than you, when something is better than you, use that as source of inspiration. Use that as opportunity for you to learn from them, instead of resorting to feeling inferior. Some people, when they come across something that seems like better than them, they put those things on pedestal, which is they look up to it. At the same time, it makes them feel intimidated, they feel inferior, and now they give up with their life. Like I said again just now, there's no way I could live life like how she do it. So let me just sit in my corner and get joy from watching other people living their life fully. No, it's not supposed to be like that. You're supposed to join them. You're supposed to join them. But when I say like these, doesn't mean that you put somebody else on pedestal and now you start doing all things that they do. That's stalker. That's you living under their shadow. Create options. Don't just follow one person and be obsessed with it. Then it's literally cult. It's literally you following your leader way of being. You literally living under the shadow of your cult leader. You are the one who assigned this person, this anything, to be your cult leader. You create your own cult, basically. What? No, don't live like that. Create options. Watch a lot, and you pick and choose what little value that you need from each of whatever product you're watching, you're consuming, and apply it in your way of being. How can it better up your way of being? How can it better up your growth? How can it contribute in your growth in any way or form? How can you learn from them? What can you learn from them to improve your life, considering your situation? You have to put yourself on pedestal. That's what happens when you put yourself on pedestal. Let me tell you, I'm pretty new in putting myself on pedestal. It only starts like 2 years ago. Before that, I'm literally just like other people. I also scroll my Instagram every day, watch other people's story, and then sometimes I get FOMO. Sometimes I feel intimidated. Sometimes I just watching people. That's weird, because that moment I decided to heal myself, heal my way of being, I want to do better for myself. I don't want to invest my energy recklessly like that anymore. The moment I made the decision, I realized, oh my god, I've treated myself like fly in people's life. Like a pest. It's like people be living their life and whatnot, and then when you post it on your Instagram story and then you see your viewers, you're like, oh, these people are watching me living my life. They're like fly on the wall in my house. Stuff like that. Why would I choose to live like that though? It's because the system introduced social media to you so that you could keep up with people's, right? But one thing about social media is easy. It's easy to post it. It's easy. Especially Instagram story, you just pick up your phone, press recording, boom, you can post. The easier the program is, the easier. Let's do the math with me. When something is easy to be shared with others, it's like your instant thought. It's your impulse thought. It's your intrusive thought, literally. It's like you're talking to people. Sometimes, not many people take a pause before they start talking. Not many people take pause and discern all the information they consume before they respond back to others. So this is what happened with Instagram story. People don't think, they just vomit junk in their Instagram story. They just vomit their intrusive thoughts in the Instagram story. And other people are consuming it. The pests are consuming it. Do you realize that? That's why I don't like Instagram story. I don't like, the moment I decided I want to heal myself, I want to live a better life, first thing I do is stop watching Instagram story. Boom. Watch out what you consume, because automatically it sticks in your subconscious thought and it will affect you in one way or another. Okay? So if the kind of Instagram story you've been watching is just intrusive thoughts of other people, some intrusive thought is not always good. It's always impulsive. It's always nonsensical. It's always dumb thoughts. It's just a thoughts, really. But the past be consuming it like it's nobody business. One way or another, it affects their way of being. That's why they become a pest. That's why they live their life like pests, because they choose to be the pest. The system has taught them to be the pest. Be the pest now. Act like the pest. And then I have to do a pesticide cleaning spree once in a while. Now, I'm thinking a way, how can I monetize off these pests? Because I realized that when I post my Instagram story yesterday, I checked my viewers. I realized that, holy shit, I have a lot of pests in my views, because they don't appreciate my post in any way. They don't like or interact with my post in any way or form, but they just there to watch me. They're there. They're still there. I cannot make money off pests in my Instagram story. That shit is private. It's just between me and them. It's not fun. It's like you have a shop and then people crowd your shop, but they don't buy no shit. They just crowd there. They just create crowd in your shop. You know, one thing that shop can benefit is they make it crowded. They invite people to come in to see them, right? So yeah, I'm thinking I'm not gonna use Instagram story anymore after this because people can't see the crowd there. But let the crowd flood my page. Let the crowd boost my page. Let the crowd. I'm finding a way. How can I utilize my past crowd to bring more people into me so that I could monetize off them? I need to monetize off these people. I need to monetize because eventually they are engaging with my content. I provide them something. So in a way, they have to return back something to me. So my genius brain would come up with an idea that because, you can watch me, but I can get no shit from you. You won't ever like my post or whatever. So what the fuck you give to me in return? Fly on the wall? I'm gonna monetize off fly on the wall, basically. That's my point now. What I just explained to you is interconnected to the topic where I say concept of idolizing others worsen your inferiority complex. So I've shared you the story. Somebody keeping up with someone years for almost 10 years, like from that person don't have child, don't have family, and travel around the world, growing, and these people will be like, oh my god, I'm so inspired, I'm gonna do the same too. And then that's why I don't like it. People tend to compare themselves to whatever they put on pedestal, and then they have this rush to, oh my god, she's married, I need to get married too, I feel bad about my life now because I'm single. And then everybody that I put on pedestal is married now, so now they're rushing to it. It's peer pressure. They want to get married too. I don't care, I need to get married before 25. Fun part is the person they put on pedestal is younger than them, and now the pressure is real. The pressure is like, oh my god, they're younger than me, but they already have 2 children and they already travel all around the world, I need to do the same too. And then they would be that desperate that they'll throw themselves to just anybody as long as they have husband, as long as they have partner like the one they put on pedestal, so that they feel the need to catch up with whatever they put on pedestal, right? That kind of inspiration is actually good, but also it's not that good in a way. Depends. If you don't use your brain, then it's not that good because you just throw yourself to anybody because now you feel the peer pressure that, oh my god, they already have date, they already have partner, I need that too. And then they just throw themselves to anybody and it just worsens the situation. This is my issue with how the system affect society because of this. Because these people, they neglect their self-development. They neglect improving themselves first as individual. But because they get the peer pressure, people around them already like watching from Instagram stories and whatsoever, keeping up with other people's social medias, putting other people on pedestals. They see like, oh my god, these people already have house, these people already have that, these people. The system intentionally put all of this in your face so that you would want to do the same too. But the thing is, if you're not ready to have the same thing that other people have achieved, it's gonna be trouble for you. It's gonna create trouble for you. When you're in trouble, you create trouble to other people around you too. That's just how it is, honey. Let me tell you let me explain the math for you, okay? Let me explain the math to you. Basically, someone, okay, as an individual, is not ready yet to be a mother. But nobody know about this. Not many people care about this at all. They just be living their life, consuming Instagram posts, consuming other people's life on social medias, and then one time they see, oh my god, these kids are younger, this girl is younger than me and she already have family. I want family too. I don't care, by 25 I need to get married and have family too, like her. But are they ready to be a mother to the kids? Are they in financially stable enough to have family yet? And then that moment everything is in there, is And then the moment they have family now, oh, now you know the trouble. When you have something, you're not ready yet. When you have something before you're ready to actually cater to it. Do you get it? It's like everybody wants, when you look at social media, when you look at media, when you consume medias and whatsoever, you see other people living in a big house, and then you're like, oh my god, I want a big house too. And then, I don't know, you find your way to get a big house, but you never knew. Once you're in the big house yourself, okay, once you experience it yourself, okay, first you're idolizing it first. You're idolizing it first because you put something else on pedestal, and you're like, okay, I want what they have. All right, now you got what they have, and now you know the responsibility that comes with it when you have that shit. Can you handle it? Because you weren't ready for it. Can you handle it though? Because it was peer pressure, right? Can you handle it? Can you keep up with it? That's why most people can't keep up with it. And then worst case scenarios, they go fail parenting. And at the end of the day, who are affected by their irresponsible act? The child. The child are affected. Society are affected. They have issue in the household, they bring it to work and they project it to other people. They make other people's life like shit because their life is shit at home. So now they're projecting it to other people at work. Like, my life is shit at home and now I'm gonna make your life a shit too. That's what we call projection. Okay? People are not taught, they don't give themselves time to invest in, to develop themselves. They don't give themselves time to heal the traumas and whatsoever. And they be busy wanting to keep up with the society ideal. At the end of the day, that shit's only adding more trauma, adding more trouble in your life. You're not making this world any better. You make this world more miserable. Because you're miserable. You go to work, you want to make other people's life miserable too. Same goes like you have trouble at work, you bring it back home and you make your family life miserable. Because of you. Because of that person. They don't give time for themselves to learn how to regulate emotion, how to regulate information and whatsoever. And now you think you are so ready to drag other people into your bullshit. Looks like nobody actually paid attention how concept of idolizing something or somebody else, putting something or somebody else on pedestal before you, can worsen your own way of being. And when it worsens your way of being, when you're miserable, you make other people around you miserable too. It's just like that. The science is like that. Now I give you another example from another angle. Somebody I know before. I was in school at the time. I rent a room and I have a roommate, and my roommate is a BTS ARMY. Means that they idolize K-pop idol. Okay, so this is how it goes. K-pop idol. You know how K-pop create music video, create a theme for the album and whatsoever. It's like a fantasy land for escapism. How it left impact in me, how it left impression in me is the fact that the house that I stay in was dirty. The living hall is dirty, the kitchen is dirty, even the toilet, we only have one toilet in the house. It's a communal bathroom. That bathroom is so dirty. I mean, you can't just rely on me to wash it, to clean it every time, but then I have another 4-5 people living in a house contributing shit to that. I'm cleaning it up. 5 people. Dirty shit. What the fuck? It's not fair, and it's also like enabler in a way because they don't even care. They still use it if it's dirty. But it's concerning for me because I don't want to use dirty toilet. But then these people really don't care. They are so used to living in that shit. So coming back to the story, I share a room with one of the community and she happened to be K-pop follower. Okay, she idolized idol. She's very religious too. Let's say she's religious because of her family. Alright. Anyways, so recall back to what happened. She would come back from school. She'd just stay in her bed, put on her earphone and resort to escapism. Flip through the albums, resort to escapism. Oh yes, I do realize that her idolizing K-pop idol actually contribute in her life. I also see bright side of her idolizing K-pop idol at the time, because she started experimenting with makeup, and she even, I'm not sure what she do, but she told me like how BTS have inspired her one way or another. It's good, but at the same time, I'm like, well, you don't even care about your instant proximity. You don't even care about your well-being. The house are dirty. What the fuck? I don't want to be that annoying Karen or whatsoever. But I'm like, if you have the money to invest in the album, why don't you just invest and make your life better first? And that's what I do. Okay, like I can't stay there any longer, so I move out from it after one semester, save the money, and I find different room for myself. But these people, they don't care. They just continue to live the way they live because they're comfortable to it. You need to always know that you deserve better, please. This is a common sense that people tend to ignore. Everybody who live a good life now are people who always know they deserve the best. Okay? Especially people who you see them constantly growing, constantly living better and better and better. It's because they have the desire that they deserve better. Now, let me tell you, in this capitalism world, yes, the richer are robbing from poor people, but if you look at it from another perspective, you're like, especially for those people who come from a low background, but manage to get out of that poverty and have a better life for themselves now, know that these people able to achieve where they're at because they have the desire that they deserve better. And for those who stay at where they come from, step up your game. You have to remind yourself that you deserve better too. That one initiation, that one intention, knowing that you deserve better too, that shit will amp up your game. And eventually, you'll get to somewhere better too. But if you don't even initiate it in any way or form and you're just comfortable at wherever you're at, then you're just gonna stay wherever you're at, and then most of them resort to idolizing somebody else. When you idolize someone, you have a tendency to put them on pedestal. You have a tendency to create this hierarchy that they are better than you, and you're just meant to be there forever to enjoy as third party watching. So to conclude this episode podcast, I'm telling you, try to put yourself first on pedestal, because that moment I put myself first on pedestal, first thing I do is I stop watching people Instagram story, because I'm like, why the fuck do I need to put myself in unnecessary competition? You know, when I see them, when I watch their life and whatnot, I have the tendency to develop this FOMO. And then when I feel FOMO, fear of missing out, I feel inadequate in one way or another, intimidated in one way or another, insecure in one way or another. Why would I make myself feel that? It's not good for your growth. It's not good for your well-being at all. It only makes you feel like shit. I don't want to feel like shit, so I stop watching Instagram story. And when I stop watching Instagram story, where do I resort to? I resort to myself. Instead of watching other people, I watch myself. I put myself on pedestal and I watch myself. I post content and I watch myself. I post blah, 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 blah. I watch myself. To me, the more I do that, I'm able to develop myself as a product. I admire myself. I idolize myself. And then I watch other people. Yes, I do get inspiration from consuming other products too. Be it vlogs, TV shows. I do follow a few products that I like on Instagram, artists and everything. But I don't watch them so that I could idolize them. I watch them so that I could pick up values from them that I can adapt to make my life better. I picked up the values from these things that I consume, all the other products that I consume, so that I could instill the values in bettering up my own product, which is myself. I watch how can I improve myself in any way, and then I learn from all the resources I have around me, and I pick them and put in my product, and just like that I improve myself. And that's what other successful people are doing too. Okay, they put themselves on pedestal and they continue to improve their products, which is themselves, their brand, the establishment. Attention is a currency. Attention is a currency. Okay, I gonna go and brainstorm how I can monetize off pass on my Instagram account. Thank you for watching. I hope I helped you in any way or form. Like and subscribe.